ready to get speechless.
If you thought the previous chick with the strokes was retarded, then here's the real retard of the show. Hope everyone is having a great night. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? Hope you didn't forget. Well, if you're a man, because if a woman forgets, that doesn't matter and you should just get over it, bro. If a man forgets, he'll never hear the end of it. I've been going through a faithful journey to find God, and to Christians, this next story may sound believable, but if you're not religious, then you would feel like sending me to the mental hospital. So one night I woke up sometime during the night, and something was different. I was kind of floating in midair above my bed, and I know that sounds freaky, but all I could think of is singing this song. And then the demon was like, OMG, this guy is such a retard. So then I blocked him because I was more excited than scared, so I got boring to him. So then turns out I wasn't becoming Superman. But obviously only half of that story is true. I can't talk, so I wouldn't have been able to sing. Then the next day, my friend was like, oh, by the way, when you're converting to Christianity, demons will try to attack you. Well, no shit. Would have loved to know that before I got lured into this fairy tale world. I became disabled when I was only 6 months, and I actually died for a brief moment, kinda like Jesus. But I have actually showed up. Like we've been waiting a few thousand years, bro, and now there's people shitting on the sidewalk and men thinking they can have a bloody period from the dick. So anytime you're ready, Jesus. So where's my religious churches? Because people are telling me I'm so unbelievable anyway. I died and woke up, and now with only half a brain, I'm spreading a message without even saying anything from my mouth. That must be such a powerful message. Until my battery runs out of power. Anyway, I'll stop with all this God shit now. I just wanted to say how religion can cause trouble, and it may destroy a tower or two. It's not all bad talking with a phone, like I never have to practice saying my comedy sets. It's just up to you to understand what my phone is saying, like when I say the town of Taepuk, the capital of kiwi fruit, but I'm not saying they are for to puke for. They are just grown in Taepuk. Maybe Europeans made Taepuk and was just pranking Maori, because who comes up with these town names? Like, let's make everything hard for them and name a town Tamata Waikatanji Hangako out and here. Like, what the fuck? Was the dog having a seizure or something? But that's what I mean by, it's not all bad talking with a phone. Because fuck pronouncing that every time someone asks me where I'm from. As you might have seen, I sometimes drool, but it was quite bad during school when I was a kid. It was such a bother until I got to play something like basketball, because the coach said I was the best dribbler he has ever seen. School is quite hard when you're special like me, unless you know how to play your advantage cards. Like when I entered the spelling bee, I always won first place, because the only way for me to say my word is through my phone, and the old judges didn't know about autocorrect yet. And my phone also helped me during the exams. You weren't allowed a phone during exams, unless you had a good reason to. So I used it to study while doing the exam. I might as well make the most of being able to. There's nothing like family love. Like when I was a child, my parents gave me a book called Where's Willie, and I liked it a lot until years later. I asked someone if they ever read Where's Willie, and they said, don't you mean Where's Wally by Martin Hanford? So I said, Now I'm pretty sure it was Where's Willie by Playboy. You never know what to... You never know what to expect from love these days, because when they say you look so fine and tasty, they might mean literally like Jeffrey Dahmer did. So if you date a psycho, make sure to find out what's in the sandwich, or you might become a piece of shit too someday. I've dated a few psychos. One ex-girlfriend became a trans boy. Luckily after we dated, I still wonder though if her fake one is bigger than mine. Then there was this other psycho who tried murdering me but then said sorry it was her autism. I didn't know the spectrum could be so dangerous to date. And there was this ex-girlfriend that was telling a terrorist in prison about me, like I never have had a normal girlfriend. It always ends up being such a weird bitch like a terrorist or an autistic psychopath that could murder me in my sleep. At least if I had a terrorist girlfriend, then the relationship would blow up pretty fast. Anyway, that's my set for tonight. So if you're religious, remember if you wake up and suddenly flying, you're not Superman. A demon is just fucking you over sadly, but just make the most of it. And also if you are gonna get a girlfriend soon, make sure to go on a date first to find out what she's like, because she might have a dick, or have a dangerous autistic mind, or both. Bitches will give you stitches. By the way, a birthday shout out I wanna give. Happy birthday, Nikki. It's the sassy looking blonde old woman in the back there. My family paid her to do our chores during the week because we are European, but slavery isn't allowed anymore. So we had to pay her. Maybe we should have made her an unpaid intern. Have a great speechless week.